It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Arrowhead. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun, Piron. And he's got a modest gain up to the 41-yard line. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Into traffic, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Mahomes trying again here on 2nd and 10. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, Mahomes to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing again, Mahomes. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hauled in by Worthy. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. It's Pacheco again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Reed now to kick this one away. Craig Reynolds to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off play action, Goff. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And they had that one contained right at the line. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Goff on 1st and 10. Got Williams, and it's complete. This is ahead for about 5. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's Montgomery on 3rd. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Montgomery will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Goff. Buys time. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the 2nd time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Rice, the motion man right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give them 3 on that gain. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
Motioning the tight end now. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, tackled by Jack Campbell.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Another throw for Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Motioning the tight end left. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Third down, it's Mahomes. This throw is cut. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Looking to throw Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs hold a slim 2-point lead early. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Detroit getting its offense set for their 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Able to find Wright. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Montgomery now up the middle. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the sticks for this 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Goff now, 3rd and long. Throwing deep for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They have 2nd down and 5. Right back to Pacheco. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Blitz coming. Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now it's Mahomes. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, he scoops up his own mistake.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Up and good from Blankenship. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Reynolds with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to go. Finds Laporta. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give up the cut to Montgomery. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
He has it at the 13. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They're out and set. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Second and 3. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. He gets 6 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Finds the in route complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back now, pressure on its way. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pacheco hauls it in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Sending the tight end in motion left. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. They'll try it left with P-Ryan.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Up and good from Blankenship. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Reed now to kick this one away. Reynolds with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
First down throw from Goff. Completed over the middle. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 47. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Third down, 1 yard to go. Off play action, Goff. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. Absolutely crushed his first punch, and here's another huge one. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brian Branch get.
Look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia. That is a.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Trying to find his tight end. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Let's see what he can do on the return. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is Montgomery. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Throwing now, off play action. Laporta with the grab. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's Montgomery on the counter. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Off to the air now. He has the first over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Patrick going to motion over left. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They go play action with Goff. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Lions. Backed up a mile here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Goff now, 3rd and long. Into the hands of Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing again, it's Goff. Has it down close. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions jump in front now by 5. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Nicole Hardman now on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Again, Mahomes to throw. Throw caught at the 6. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Right, reels it in. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Carry here for Montgomery. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Rush coming for Goff. He finds Laporta. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Justin Reed with the tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Second and 3 now. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions push the lead to 2 scores now. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. They've got first down from the 31. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Lions are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
They'll run again with Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Goff setting to throw. This is complete to Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
The Lions readying for the punt. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They send a tight end in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Cut out left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That one gains 7. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends, not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in the...
Back to the air, Mahomes. Throws it away. Third down coming up. Another throw for Mahomes. Pulled it along the sideline by Hopkins. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
Tight end going in motion here. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. Has it in close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs jump in front now by 5. Reed now to kick this one away. Reynolds with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Goff finds him over the middle. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Catch is made down the right sideline. There it is, touchdown Detroit! The Lions just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
The Lions offense looks like they're staying out there. We got a 2-point try coming up. He's throwing for it. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home team's ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give now to Montgomery. He'll cobble together a yard there. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Laporta with the grab. Big man chewing up the yards. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Montgomery now up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap here to go. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Montgomery runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 38. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. This one finds Kelsey. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. He can run it. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. On the handoff, this is Montgomery. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Punting unit out now. Jack Fox will kick it away. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Counter give here to Pacheco. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 46. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Play action, Mahomes. He throws a bullet to the... Brought in inside the 20. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They give up the gut to Montgomery. And he gains ground to the 33 before being stopped. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They motion the tight end over. From the 33 on 2nd down. He finds Laporta. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Gets this one to Patrick. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's got to be one of the shortest completions I've ever seen on a curl and go. That route's like a fine wine, kid. It gets better the longer it matures, but that court came out a little early that time, and it was only a small gain.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run. Here's Montgomery. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now gone. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks set you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Montgomery. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll motion a tight end left. Off play action, Goff. Finds Laporta. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Goff. He's got it! And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. Is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. David Montgomery with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions push their lead to 3. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Right back to Pacheco. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. Into the red zone. Breaks out the spin cycle, he's in, touchdown! The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Reynolds with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Lions and running back David Montgomery getting back to work. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Laporta with the grab. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Goff. Complete out to the right. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throw from Goff. Oh, stiff arm. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing now off play action. He throws a bullet deep to the... That's cut at the 25. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Lions needing 4 points. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Carry here for Montgomery. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. He'll look to throw it.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. Looking to throw it. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Here he is to throw. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. He's on the move. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Motioning the tight end now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. They bring a tight end in motion right. Setting up to pass. Hauled in by Gray. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Hurry up offense now as time runs down. One final shot here. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And now it's 3rd and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And this will not be caught. So their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the Lions get the win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Kansas City.